Have you ever heard about Flet? That you can easily develop Android apps with the help of Flet, and that is of the Python. Before that, it was very hard to develop Android apps with Python. You need to have knowledge of Kotlin, the Java. So if you are into Python or you're a Python developer, you really loves Python like I do, and I want to do everything with Python. So now Flet will help me to produce the Android apps or mobile apps using Python. So let's see very small projects that how Flet works with Python. Actually, Flet works under the Google's Flutter, and it works with Python. So let's see how Flet works, and just making one simple, very simple window or Android application where you will just click the number and plus button and it will increase the number, and if you click the minus button it will decrease the number. That is very simple app. Let's see how Flet works on that one. Here you go. Here is Flet, and this is small application, very simple one, okay, just for practice. And when you click this one plus sign, it will increase the number, and when will it minus sign here, minus button, it will decrease the number. So this is all done with the help of Flet and Python coding. So let's see what I did over here and what you have to do. Simple one, okay. So first you have to import the Flet. So install the Flet if you don't even have in your system. If you're using Mac and Windows, that is not very hard. Maybe you got pre-installed, but if you're using Linux like I do, you have to install the package of Flet. It's not that hard, okay. So when you have installed the Flet, you'll import the Flet onto your, or I'm using VS Code, so into my VS Code. So I'll import Flet as ft. Here ft stand for Flet, that is alias short form, because when we have to call the function of that object, and so you have to do a dot, okay. So every time if you write fl to Flet, it will be like lengthy one, it will be time consuming, so you will put ft instead of Flet. That is called the alias in programming world. So see, we have defined the one main page, that is page that you see in here, the main page, and we'll define that one. This is the same way you'll define that page, okay. 8 ft dot page and page.8 ft dot container. So first time it will be a little bit like oh my god, I couldn't do this one, but actually it is easy. When you into it, you just keep practicing for few projects, you will easily do Flet, okay. ft container, and we have alignment. Alignment means when we have where we have to align that container, center, where, whatever, okay. And content means what we have to write inside, and size means here size of the text, okay. So now next I have the another variables counter text. Counter text means whatever I can see here in the application, okay. When you increase this application, okay, this number 4, this is so that this variable will help me to put this 4 or any number over here 0, and I have put first value is equal to 0 and size is 60. This is the size of the text. And second, I'll create one variable count, because I need to create this one, okay, because I start with 0. So we'll start count as 0, and we'll define the function increase function, okay. And here one more thing, non-local is given here, okay, because if you're using Python you can use make functions, okay. So non-local means that is outside of this variables I have taken from main, that's why it is called non-local, okay. Local means if it is inside the function, that is called local. Non-local means it is outside of function, it is on the main one. So I put that one and I created this one. And page.update, this is very crucial, because when you are changing number change, it should be update every time. And I have another function, decrease function, for this one, okay. And here you go. And next I have to use these functions. For example, I want the button that if I click that button, that this function will work. If I click that button, minus button, this function will work. So I'll create the button, okay. This is how we'll create the button. So add button and ft dot elevated button, and you have text is equal to plus, because this is, I see here you can see plus in that button. And after that on click, so what will happen if you click that button? Then it's increase, that increases the function, that function will work. And same here, button, elevated button, text is equal to minus, and on click is decrease, because decrease is the function. If I click that one, that function will work. And I'll add page. At last we have to add everything on the page. Okay, so I'll put it down a little bit. Yes, see, page.add means we have to add these things in page. So counter text, that I'll add, and add button and subtract button. And last, this is very crucial, featuring.app, sorry, flat.app target is equal to main. And in this way your app will run. Okay? And when you will run this one over here, you click this one, and the Python engine is working inside. Okay, and very soon, see, you'll see hello flat. And when you click this one, you increase the number. When you click this one, decrease the number. See how easy it is.